Hi, this is Lisa, and welcome to week 7 of our online art therapy and meditation class, brought to you by LEXSA Student Association. This week, I will guide you through a self-reflection exercise in video 1, which is this video, and a meditative art therapy exercise in video 2, as well as a guided meditation process in video 3. There will be an optional art therapy task at the end of video 3 for those of you who do find relaxation and a sense of inner connection while they're drawing. For our self-reflection exercise today, we will explore how we spend and replenish our life energy, which can be such an important factor when it comes to reducing stress. And for this, you will either need 2 sheets of drawing paper or a journal, as well as a pen. If you have multiple colors available, feel free to use them, but just a black or blue pen or pencil is enough. Before we get started, we're going to check in with ourselves by closing our eyes, just feeling our body, feeling into our legs, our hips, our stomach, our heart space, our throat, and our head. Simply noticing how these areas are feeling, whether there's tension or relaxation, or whether any emotions come up when you focus on these individual areas. And now I'm asking you to take a really deep breath all the way down into your legs. Breathe in. And breathe out, letting go all the tension from your legs. And we're going to do the same with our hips. Breathe in deeply down into your hips. Breathe in. And breathe out any tension from your hips. And now we are going to breathe into our stomach. Breathe in. And releasing any tension from your stomach. And now breathing in deeply into your chest. Breathing in. And breathing out any tension or emotionality in your chest, letting it all go. And just open your mouth for just a moment. And we're going to breathe in through our mouth into our throat. Breathe in. And breathe out, breathing out any tension from your throat. Allowing your jaw to drop. And we do this one more time. Breathe into your throat with your open mouth. Breathe in. And now letting go all the tension on your out breath. Breathe out. Allowing the jaw to drop. Beautiful. And now we're going to breathe into our head. Breathe into the head. And releasing all the pressure and busyness from the head on your out breath. And one more time, breathing into the head. Breathe in. And with your out breath, completely relaxing your face. Breathe out. With your eyes still closed, let's check your energy levels right now. How energized do you feel? Are you tired? Are you stressed? Are you exhausted? Or do you feel vitalized or calm? Or do you feel hyperactive? If you feel very low on energy today, I recommend that you take a deep breath in and vitalize yourself. So you can breathe in, vitalizing, and take an easy breath out. And keep breathing this way, vitalizing yourself on the in-breath to get your energy slightly up. If your energy level is very high, I recommend that you take a very long out breath. So you breathe in just normal, breathe in, and elongate your out breath. For as long as you can, to calm your energy system down. If you feel like you're very hyperactive and you probably are very unlikely to be able to relax at all now, perhaps it's better to go for a run or a walk or a workout session first, or do some dancing and come back once your energy has settled a bit more. And I'm asking you now just to decide whether you want to vitalize yourself on your in-breath or calm yourself on your out-breath. And we're going to breathe in with your chosen method 5 times. So breathe in. And breathe out. And again, second time, breathe in. And breathe out. In your own rhythm, you do not have to follow along with me. And number 3, breathe in. And breathe out. And number 4, emphasizing either your in-breath or your out-breath even more, depending on whichever you have chosen. Number 4, breathe in. And breathe out. And one more time, for those of you, really vitalize yourself with your in-breath, or if your energy is already high, really elongate your out-breath, calming energy on the out-breath. Okay, and again, last time, breathe in. And breathe out. Beautiful. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Give yourself a really quick shake, just a wiggle, so you're becoming present. And now you will need your journal or your first sheet of paper. First of all, if you work with an A4 paper, let's say, I would ask you to divide your paper into 2 halves by drawing a vertical line through the middle. And if you're working with a journal, simply open a double page. So on the first page, first half of the page, we will write down all the activities in our life that deplete your energy, that drain you, activities that make you feel exhausted. And we're going to do this as a list, but you can also draw a little symbol behind those individual listed items, if you like. So things that deplete our energy could be, for most people, it is conflict with other people. When there is tension, friction, emotional stress, interacting with others, that is a really big source of conflict for a lot of people. If this is a source of conflict for you, or a source of energy depletion for you, then I'm just asking you to write this down. And if there's any particular person that drains your energy, that you have conflict with, just write it down, much more specific. For many introverts, social interaction in general is quite draining, and they need to retreat into their own private space to recharge their energies. So if that's the case for you, and you're tired after a lot of social interaction, it would be helpful to define exactly what it is that exhausts you, to have a little think about whether it is something that you do as in trying to project a certain image of yourself that maybe doesn't match your authentic nature, whether that's something that would tire you, or if it is other people who impose on you in some way or other, therefore draining your energy. So yeah, have a good think about what applies here for you, if it applies for you at all. And another area of sort of exhaustion is sometimes, especially during studying, when we have to focus for too long, or when we have to sit still for too long, when we do not have enough movement, our energy reserves can be depleted, or all the energy moves up into our mental space, whereas the body is left exhausted because of too much mental activity. If any of this applies to you, just write that down on your list. Some of you may also be very, very active, perhaps work out a lot, or just work too hard physically, or just run around all day without a break and without slowing down. If you're one of those people, running around all day may give you a feeling of exhaustion at the end of the day. And yeah, just write that down if that applies. Some people may feel exhausted because they're not sleeping enough, or because they are eating really, really unhealthy food. And a lot of people, actually the majority of people, feel drained because their negative self-talk is too high. The amount of negative emotions and thoughts that they're feeling and thinking leaves them feeling drained. And those people who do suffer from depression, or just a pessimistic attitude, or an overly serious attitude, they will often confirm that feeling on such a low energy level is really, really draining and exhausting. And often it is our personal beliefs, our very, very ingrained sabotaging beliefs that take up a lot of energy. So if any of this applies to you, just write this on your list. And if you can, specify it as much as is possible. Now, there are some people who try to solve other people's problems a lot. They're very, very drawn to listening to people and sort of consoling people when others are in distress. And this can sometimes be energy draining, especially when you're interacting with somebody who, to say it casually, could be classified as an emotional kind of parasite. People who feed on somebody else's energy because there's some sort of neediness there, or because they're just in such an inner fear state that they cannot help doing that, taking somebody else's energy and clinging to somebody. And if any of you are prone to be this person whose energy is leached by other people, whether they are consciously aware of it or not, it is very, very important that you identify this problem. And that can be very, very difficult, especially for people who are empaths, who absorb energy from other people, and who kind of have trouble creating proper boundaries between themselves and others. So if you happen to be one of those people who does a lot for other people and neglects their own self-care, you may experience a depletion of energy after interactions with others. So then there is also a depletion problem when we are not feeling grounded enough in our lives, or when we are not supported enough on a material plane. So when our root chakra, our life support in the material world, is, I guess, leaking, or not supported enough, not grounded enough, then we also feel very, very depleted, and often do not really know why. So if any of those options apply, just write it down. And think of anything else that steals your energy away, that tires you, whether it's listening to somebody for too long, or sitting too still, or doing too much, or even having too much or too little sexual expression in your life, or having not enough romantic experience in your life and stressing about it. Stress obviously is something that in most cases depletes us, even though there are things like positive stress that are beneficial. So once you have completed your list, read through it and then highlight or underline or circle the biggest energy drainers in your life. Just see which 3 areas or 3 sources are exhausting you the most and taking your energy away. And once you have done that, we are going to our second page in your journal. That would be your other page, or on your piece of paper, the other side, the other half, and simply list all the things that replenish your energy and that revitalize you. All the things that you feel energized once you are doing them or after you've done them. And that could be a whole variety of things. Some people just need a really good rest, while others benefit from doing meditation or relaxation exercise, or from the afternoon nap. A lot of people feel replenished spending time in nature or in the company of animals. So if that applies to you, just write that down. Other people may feel invigorated spending time with friends or even family. And extroverts usually feel invigorated when they are in social setting. So for some people, it might be a energy draining factor, but for others, it is a source of replenishment. Then also any activities that energize you, could be sports, could be dancing, could be, doing, I don't know, volunteer theater, anything like that. So anything to do with creativity or the arts could be a source of how you could potentially be able to replenish your energy. And for some people, it might just be going for a walk every day, or volunteering at a charity shop or anywhere else, feeling a sense of purpose. And some of you might have hobbies like knitting, gardening, cooking, singing, or reading, or perhaps going to cultural events. And some of you may only feel revitalized after a massage, or after going to the spa or gym, or when you're getting a new haircut. And some of you may really like to treat their skin to something, or apply makeup. It could be very relaxing, or do a cleanse, or take a bath, or have a shower. And while some people find shopping to be exhausting, others may find shopping very replenishing. So list any activities that give you a sense of joy, a sense of energy coming to your body, a sense of excitement. And then once you have done that, I'm asking you to highlight your 3 favorite energy replenishers. And once you have done that, we're going to have a look at our 3 highlighted or underlined energy drainers from the first page. And we're going to define their opposites. So for example, if conflict with other people drains your energy a lot, then the opposite of that would be sense of inner harmony in relationships, or if you are too busy and run around all day, perhaps having more free time, more you time, or slowing down time spent in silence, might be a way of how you could replenish your energy. And for those of you who do spend time with people who are draining you, you can either write down to spend less time with them, or practice standing more in your own power and to set better boundaries. So to surround yourself more with people who are adding to your inner sense of feeling good rather than taking away from that. And once you have created these three opposites, I'd like you to open up a different page in your diary, or turn your paper over and just write down those three opposites, maybe next to each other or with some space underneath, and then come up with 3 strategies each on how you can achieve this opposite in your life. I'll give you an example. For example, we have started with the energy drainer being too busy, having your schedule might be too full. So the opposite is having more free time. And now we're going to come up with 3 strategies to work out how to create more free time in your schedule. So first of all, one option could be to actually have a look at your schedule for the week and to deliberately create more slots of free time. Number 2 could be to take short 5 to 15 minute me time breaks every day or every second day. And number 3 could be to delegate tasks that you perhaps do not need to do by yourself, or to prioritize tasks. Or if, for example, housework takes up a lot of time, you can turn these sort of chores into relaxation time by putting on music, or doing it together with someone else. Yeah. So for every one of your 3 opposites, I would like you to think about 3 practical strategies that you can do, something that is easy to do, not something that will completely unhinge your entire life, but something that you can easily do to remind yourself to replenish your energy and to reorganize yourself a little bit so that you can feel the positive effects by just taking a little bit more deliberate time to replenish yourself. It's really important, and it's part of self-care. And especially when you're studying, when you're involved in a lot of mental activity, it is quite important to check back in with yourself and perhaps do some meditation or relaxation exercises, but also to still have fun in your life in form of a healthy fun, of a fun that actually supports your inner well-being. Okay, and for those of you who feel that they need to make a change and perhaps find some new ways to refuel your energy, just complete these 3 strategies for the opposites and make a commitment to yourself to free up some time and also willingness during your week to revitalize your energy. And if you have no idea what it takes to revitalize your energy, just be a little bit creative, try something new. And I mean, at the moment, it's perhaps not so easy to go outside doing new activities, especially when it's lockdown. So you still have your internet available to you. There are a lot of live classes and all sorts of creative processes, meditation processes online. There's always a new skill to be learned or a new hobby to be introduced into your life that could potentially be a source of joy and of contentment. So just open yourself up to be more willing to practice this kind of being self-responsible for yourself. And I would like to add something for those people whose energy is drained a lot by other people. You would really benefit a lot from energy clearing exercises. You can look that up online, and there are some free tutorials on YouTube and everywhere to really, really clear your energy. And you can also use your daily shower to release other people's energy. So all you need is a washcloth to wipe the energy off your body. So when you're having a shower, don't just do your normal cleansing routine, but deliberately with your cloth, wipe the energy of other people off your body and rinse out the cloth and don't use it again for your next shower. Cleansing energy is very important if you are sensitive to other people's emotions and their general frequency. What is even more important is that you find ways to nourish yourself and to strengthen your own inner connection, as we can only be drained by others if we are not connected to our own inner center and if we do not stand in our own power. At any rate, I do recommend regular laughter practice and free-form dancing and spending time in nature as tools to keep your body happy and healthy. And drawing is one of these tools that can help you balance yourself on the inside. And I invite you now to join me for a drawing with music art therapy exercise in video 3. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.